Should I go for a dual degree in bioengineering and mechanical engineering? Would the extra mechanical engineering degree help with landing jobs? My main goal is to attend medical school, but I'm interested in the engineering side of medicine. You may ask why I'm concerned about job placement when I plan to attend medical school. It's just in case I don't get accepted, and I also plan on taking a gap year or two, so having a good paying job is nice. Getting the extra mechanical engineering degree is just 15 more credits than the bioengineering one, and they're both ABET accredited. No, you shouldn't get a dual degree, and if you are legitimately serious about going to med school, engineering might not be the degree for you. I'm not saying that you can't get an engineering degree and then get into med school, but engineering is just going to be such a hard major to keep a high enough GPA in that you're as competitive for med school. Episode, I think, 4 of the podcast, I interviewed one of my friends that did go the med school route. He never really considered engineering, but I thought it was relevant to interview him for those that are thinking about doing engineering in med school. He went biology, and there are other majors you can get to help boost your chances of getting into med school, but the biggest thing about med school is high GPA and the prerequisites and a good MCAT score. Engineering degree is not necessarily one of those. Yes, if you have a great GPA in engineering, you might stand out, but again, it's really hard to maintain a really high GPA in engineering, so you may not want to do that. And that being said, I think you're just trying to do too much here, doing the pre-med and dual degree in bioengineering and mechanical engineering. You don't really need the dual degrees to work in engineering, for sure. You can just get one of them. I get the mechanical one. And then maybe that combined with all your pre-med courses would set you up pretty well for a bioengineering role. I don't think you need to necessarily limit yourself by going very niche into bioengineering for your major. You can just get that mechanical engineering degree. And then the whole wanting to go to med school thing, that's a whole other bridge to cross. But that's I'm not the most qualified to speak on that topic, but all I will say is that I think you should really kind of think a little bit harder about what you really want to do. And if you're committed to going to med school, I would consider maybe doing a biology degree instead. That generally translates a little bit better to med school. I understand the hesitance and not being able to fall back, but going to med school is a long road that requires becoming a doctor is a long road that requires commitment from the very beginning. So having one foot in, one foot out from the very, very start maybe isn't the right. Maybe there's some psychology behind that. I would look into the psychology of that and talk to other people that are doctors and get some advice from them, especially if you want to become a doctor. So, all right.
Miscommunicating. I just made a pilot, then they threw me on the stations. Now I'm not complaining, my thoughts get complicated, I cannot explain in layman's. Never losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.